Okay, so we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 647 here. This is the end of Brand New Day. It's a huge issue. There's about 5 stories in here. Yeah, great stuff. So let's hop in. So first off, we have the last cover of the Marco Djurjic Spider-Man montage. We also got $4.99, most expensive comic I've bought since I started buying comics the last little year. So I don't know. But that said, you're getting a lot of Spider-Man for your buck. So let's hop in. Instantly upon reading, I didn't really like the first story's art. It's something I kind of eased into as the story progressed. But I don't know. Let's hop into it. Let's talk about it. We kind of start out. Spidey and Carly are shopping for Halloween costumes. There's also coincidentally Harry's going away party. This is kind of cool because Halloween was just the other day, and so it's good timing. Carly gets mad at Spidey because the whole relationship thing. So she's like, "Am I your girlfriend? Am I this? Am I that?" And so it's kind of cool. It's kind of realistic. It's really great. Redding and Spidey kind of awkwardly leaves. Yeah, it's great. Here's a little bit with Overdrive, and Spidey ends up wearing this Spider-Man Halloween costume that he got at the store. So that's kind of cool because I don't know. You see Spider-Man dressed as Spider-Man. Dressed as Spider-Man. There's a good little action sequence. It's nice. This Overdrive character gets hauled away by the police. You know, small things. This is kind of funny here. Spider-Man wraps up this socialite who's maybe supposed to be modeled after Paris Hilton or something in webbing, and then she's like, "My father, he grabs me all up and then strips naked in front of me. He's gonna sue, because Spider-Man is a pervert." And I don't know. I thought that was funny. Maybe I just have a sick sense of humor, but I thought it was good. We have a scene where Spidey talks to his roommate Vin and his little sister, and then Vin talks to Carly, and then, yeah. Which all leads to the big old Halloween party, which is Harry's going away party. So it's a great scene. There's Betty Brant, Flash Thompson, May Parker, J. Jonah Jameson, a bunch of other characters. It's really great. So there's most of Spidey's supporting cast is there. Spidey goes as JJ, which is kind of cool. Yeah, and then Harry's there with as Dr. Octopus, and the baby, they named him Stanley. So kudos to Stan Lee, who I met back at Fan Expo. No big deal. So yeah, Carly comes with Vinny. She's Black Cat, and he's a convict. So that's all great. There's great moments here. Spidey with Peter talking to Harry and kind of dealing with Harry sorting out his issues with Spider-Man. Vin comes and talks to Harry, and Vin is a big supporter with Norman Osborn, which is kind of freaky, and so maybe he'll show up in the Osborn miniseries, or maybe he'll do some damage. Maybe he's the new Hobgoblin. We'll have to find out. There's a great scene here with MJ and Peter. They talk about, I don't know. I'm pretty sure they're going to get back together eventually, because there's this awkward kind of sexual tension between them, and it's weird. But Spidey ends up asking out Carly, and I guess they become boyfriend and girlfriend with a great little kiss here. So I didn't like the art in the first story, but it grew on me. We have another story where Vin kind of approaches Harry, or Harry approaches Vin and beats the living snot out of him for talking down to an Osborn, and more talking down to him. So this is good, and kind of shows Harry's sticking up for himself. There's a few more stories here. I read the third one, which is about Spidey and J. Jonah Jameson, and how J. Jonah Jameson is never leaving his kind of feud with Spidey behind. Kind of skipped it, but what I did read of it is good. Fourth story, I totally skipped. And fifth story, I like because it involves Flash Thompson and Spidey. And so it's kind of a good kind of upbringing story. It's nice. And Flash Thompson kind of kicked ass too, along with Spidey. That's kind of cool. 6 stories about this girl that Spidey kissed back at the beginning of Brand New Day, and kind of what she's been up to. There's kind of a nice little story. It's kind of joking with Tom Brennan and Steve Wacker, who's the editor of Spider-Man. So 647, great issue. 5 out of 5 from me. You got a lot of Spidey for your buck. 6 stories for $5.99 or for $4.99. Pick it up. Do it. The end of Brand New Day before big time starts in next week. 5 out of 5, 647. Go check.